We're here with Tom and we're talking pergolas, gazebos, and pavilions. Now maybe Tom, you can start by clarifying for me anyway, what is the difference between that? What's a pergola?
Pergola is basically, kind of, I don't want to say four sides, but it's usually open. A little bit of shade.
Okay.
It's nothing like you're gonna have a roof over your head. More of the gazebos, and structures, that's basically a roof over your head.
Okay,
and,
all right.
You can hang your TV in the corner, you can put lights, and you could do lights on the pergola too.
So what's a pavilion then?
Pavilion's basically a bigger area to hang out in.
Okay.
With a roof, we've been putting the gas lines underneath there so we can run, outdoor fireplaces.
Oh, that's pretty neat.
Not only that, we can...
And then you can even cook, you can put a kitchen within and we did a whole nother video on some of the neat stuff you can do in terms of your outdoor space. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Another thing too is, we can add, gas heaters. So when it's 40 degrees outside, we can have a gas heater that just kind of warms you up.
All three of these are, pretty impressive structures. What about how it's going to fit the rest of my house and how it's going to fit my lawn? I mean, I kind of have to bridge that in a way, right?
Yeah, there's different ideas. There's different suggestions I might throw at you. Do we want to connect it to your house? Have it come off the back of your house, be connected that way? Do you have that back door you can just walk right out into it? That's an option. Or do we want to put this structure off to the side by a pool?
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, I've got a pool. So if somebody there is interested in doing something, they don't have to have the total vision in their head of exactly how it's going to look. They can just bring it and go, here's what.
Yeah, most of the time we come out there and design it for you guys. We might charge a small fee, but at the end, you'll get that back if you decide to go with us. That's probably like the number one thing. Throwing my ideas out there, putting it on a piece of paper. We might want to move things around, see how it all flows, and, feel out how your backyard you want it to flow.
It's funny because we did a video earlier on just remaking beds. And
yeah.
You mentioned this time, sometimes there's just a tired bed or sometimes plants are in the wrong place. And, that may be happening by extension when you're doing putting on a structure, right? There might be something that has to sort of move.
Yes.
But that might be good and refreshing.
Yeah, I just went to a customer's house and they just did a whole backyard and he's like, Tom, let's throw a pool in. I'm like,
let's throw a pool in. Boy, yeah. I wish I had that kind of dough.
Yeah, but it didn't flow right, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I had to basically redesign it for him and help him out on retweaking his backyard to have the flow of traffic going back to the pool.
So it made sense.
Yeah, so it was a lot of, once again, thinking of the flow and making it all work.
That's a good thing though, and that's about Tom too, doing these videos, is that you're very conscientious. First of all, you're very talented in what you do, you've got a lot of experience, but you're conscientious about, the pool example you gave me. It wasn't like, okay, fine, I'm done here, we'll just throw it in here because you asked for one.
Yeah.
Made sure it worked.
Yeah, you got to, you got to remember at the end of the day, we're investing in your backyard.
Sure.
Not only that, we're investing in the property. The biggest thing is, figuring out how everything goes, because I hate to sound like this, you don't want to do it twice, you want to do it once.
Well, that's probably always the best way. Nobody out there watching wants to do it twice. So one more question. Do you see yourself more as a landscaper or as an artist?
Oh, that's a good question. I would say an artist.
I would too, after all the things we talked about, man.
Yeah, my guys are like, Tom, you have a vision for it. And my customers are like, wow, I feel confident in what you're bringing to the table. Well, I have 30 years experience, been in business 22 years. So, it's something I enjoy. Times are changing, landscape's going to a different direction. It's more computer, before we used to shorthand draw it and make a mistake, throw it out and redo it. Now today we move everything with computers, design work.
Let me ask you one last question then. If you do a really, you put together design for somebody, how are you presenting the design to them? Is it like, am I seeing it almost as it's going to be then? Very realistic?
Yeah, realistic. Basically, I can have you walk through it. Like you're actually walking down the sidewalk. Yeah. Hey, let's turn the outdoor lighting on. Let's bring it down to dusk. What will it look like when it's dark time?
Oh, that's
so you
neat.
kind of feel the different levels. You hear the birds chirping. There's so many different levels.
You even got birds chirping in there. Well, I'll tell you right now, you got me at birds chirping, but
hey,
that's very neat though. You can actually see what it is you're going to be experiencing in your own backyard.
Or what you're buying, realistically.
Yeah. That's a lot of confidence in folks must have in you. When they see
absolutely.
That. So, hey, if you really want a great outdoor and a great experience building that outdoor, you might want to talk to Tom. Thanks a lot, Tom.
Thank you.